Well, I've become an architect. First of all, my mother is an architect. So I've always been surrounded by the architecture and construction work. I remember when I was a child, my mother was drafting projects with ink pencils. And now we are using 3D BIM software to model parametric buildings. It's amazing how the architect work evolved in such a short amount of time. And I always been interested in how things are made and put together. I was obviously a big Lego player when I was a child. And my grandfather was a carpenter, so I probably inherited this passion for details from him. When I was young, I wanted to be a graphic novelist. But after I changed my mind, and from high school, I've always been sure to become architect and designer. But I conserved the passion for drawing. In fact, I think architectural drawing is still the best way to communicate a project more than words. Well, my driving force, every project is a challenge to me. And I think many say that total freedom is heaven for architects. But I think the best projects come from situations where you are tied to bound to tight constraint because you have to use your brain to solve the situation. My driving force is finding a solution in a project that put together client needs, aesthetics, context sensibility, sustainability, contemporary technology, and of course, construction budget. The challenge to me is finding a solution that can put together all these elements. I'm not the architect type that always want to do a signature building to be achieved. To me, the best projects are those that have an elegant and intelligent solution to solve the project's task, but they don't do it, they don't overwhelm it. They just do it silently in a subtle way. This is my driving force, is to find this kind of solution. Well, the new world, the technology is overwhelming everything, and the world is changing fast. Smart buildings, smart cities, and smart grids are a reality already. But I think in the future, in the new world, these new technologies will have to be applied in a more integrated way in order to be really sustainable and respectful of the environment and inclusive. I think in the future, new technologies will have to be more integrated and more subtle. Someday probably we will arrive to something like 1972 Super Studio Superficie, a short movie by an architectural studio from Florence, where there was this comprehensive invisible technology that connected everything and leave space for social relation and for nature. But on the contrary of Super Studio's radical vision, I still think cities will grow. The global population is booming, and architecture will remain based on construction, but it will have to be more integrated with nature and related with the environment. I think the software will be fundamental in the architecture of the new world. Smart buildings will be a new standard, even on small projects. Example like Google Home, Amazon Alexa, and Apple Home will be the future of the business. But on the other hand, I think the hardware will remain central, and the main task of the architects will have to be always to solve context-related problems, applying the Vitruvian triptych Utilitas, Firmitas, and Venustas.